Hey y'all, it's Vonnie with the Get Down Podcast, and we are back with another episode. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're having a safe day. Wherever you are tuning into the podcast or watching the episode, I hope everybody's having a great day. As you guys can see from the title, Charles Barkley looks like he is going to be calling it a quit on TNT. He's been in the basketball league for a long time. He's been an announcer for TNT for a long time, but it looks like it's actually coming to an end. This was just reported the other day that he was going to kind of call it a quits because he's been doing it for a long time. He's been on that company, that specific channel and a news station, the sports station, for a good minute. So it looks like he's gonna call it a quits right now. He's probably has some other adventures outside of being an announcer that he's probably looking into. But the news just circled around and it just came out. So we're gonna see like why he's doing it, and it could be for a good reason. And like I've stated before, sometimes things, that door, it does close, and you do have to move on from that specific job, that specific thing, whatever the case is. But he is calling it quits. So let's get into a little bit of this article of what Forbes had to say to see what's going on with Charles Barkley. All right. Charles Barkley calls it quits. TNT star will retire in 2025 amid NBA media contract wars. So even though he announced it, this will be next year when it's gonna be concluded that he is gonna be from under the TNT station. Former NBA MVP and one of the sport's highest paid announcers, Charles Barkley said Friday night he will retire from broadcasting after the next season, splitting up his longtime broadcasting partnership with his fellow MVP Shaquille O'Neal and potentially putting a dagger into TNT's popular Inside the NBA as its parent company, Warner Brothers. Discovery appears to be losing its NBA TV coverage. Now that part right there, that's not good. It looks like they are losing its NBA TV coverage. I mean, obviously that's not good. Warner Brothers is a very big company. They're over a lot of things, a lot of games and a lot of cartoon movies. I mean, just different shows or whatever. They come from this specific company. And he just hopes that TNT, hopefully that don't get like kind of shut down, or they end up taking that away slowly, all because he's leaving. We shouldn't let him leaving amid the next basketball season that's going to come up next year. It shouldn't be like a big thing for TNT to think about. Maybe we need to go ahead and close it because one specific announcer is leaving. No, keep it up. He's worked with a lot of people. I mean, him and Shaq, they have a great relationship. They are very close. Their families are close. Their wives are close. The kids are close. They're very close. So I know Shaq is potentially going to miss him being on the air, reporting, being the announcer like for the games and stuff with him. But I mean, he just feel it's time. It's time to go ahead and just kind of close this door. It's time to just move on and do something else spontaneous. So these are just some key facts to just understand all of this and just a little bit stuff about him. Barkley, 61, said he is going nowhere other than TNT, where he reportedly landed a massive 10-year, $100 million contract extension just 2 years ago, while speaking on NBA's TV post-game coverage of the Dallas Mavericks' 122-84 win over the Boston Celtics in Game 4 of the NBA Finals Friday night. So again, the news just came out a couple of days ago about him, really potentially leaving TNT. So we still have him right now. He's not going anywhere at the moment, but he's putting it out there like this is what's going to happen next year. And I need you guys to go ahead and just prepare and start working with me for my leaving, for my departure. Barkley, a 4-time Sports Emmy Award winner added, no matter what happens, the 2024-2025 NBA season will be his last on television and in a 24-year broadcasting career marked by bold and sometimes controversial statements and on-air antics. He was just a gentleman that I was hoping to see once I'm in the career of the sports announcers and stuff. I have the women that I'm definitely looking up to as my mentors. He was going to be another one that I would really love to meet. But, you know, like I said, his time being on the TV is just coming to an end. And that's just how he feels. You got to respect how he feels. Barkley made it clear in an interview with Sports Illustrated there was no chance in hell he will work until he's 70 years old. And that I understand. He's 9 years away from being 70 years old. No, and see, that is this answer right here, that little bullet point right there, that is probably another reason why he wants to go ahead and just kind of hang it up on TNT. I mean, the guy has been there reporting for 24 years. Can't get no longer than that. It shouldn't even been no longer than that. But he loved his job that he was doing. He loved the fellas that he was working around. He loved the crew that he would see every morning when he drank his little coffee before they would go on the air, whatever time. But now that he's specifically saying he wouldn't want to work till he's 70 years old, hey, you gave majority a 90% of a clear answer of why you're also leaving the company too. I get it. You don't want to work that old. When it's time to rest, it's time to rest. Even God says that in the Bible. You got to find some point to rest. And like I said, he's 61 years old. He's getting up there in age. Why would he still want to be on the TV at 70 announcing all of this? I get it. It makes clear sense. I get it. Barkley's retirement announcement comes as Warner Brothers faces the increasingly likely possibility of losing its NBA coverage as its media rights deal expire at the end of next season, the Wall Street Journal reported. Multiple outlets have reported in recent weeks the league is nearing a deal with rivals NBC, Disney, and Amazon, with Disney reportedly coughing up between $2.6 billion and $2.8 billion a year for rights on its subsidiaries, ABC and ESPN, while Amazon would pay an estimated $1.8 billion to $2 billion, and NBC would reportedly pay $2.6 billion. So everybody still has a part to play. Everybody still has a part that they have to pitch in as far as what is going to be paid and different things of that nature. So let's read a little bit more. Barkley has criticized those media rights negotiation, blasting Warner Brothers executives as clowns. Whoa. He don't call the Warner Brothers clowns. Yes, he called them clowns, people. You heard it right here. He called them clowns. Last month, following reports TNT could lose its 3+ decade agreement with the NBA, while limiting networks, executives screwed this thing up in an interview on the Dan Patrick Show. So Charles Barkley, he's just coming at it. He's letting it all out. This was on an interview on the Dan Patrick Show. So he's saying all of this, like, this is how he feels. This is what it is. This is what it is. Barkley has so far been the most outspoken of the Inside the NBA hosting squad about the negotiations. O'Neal, meanwhile, has publicly expressed confidence in TNT preserving the show's core broadcasting team. Co-hosts Ernie Johnson and Kenny the Jet Smith have remained quiet on ongoing negotiations. Barkley has also alluded to this group moving to a new network, telling the Dan Patrick Show he has had conversations about moving the show to his independent production company, Fine Lines Productions, though it would be need to secure a broadcasting company. So TNT, that's probably where they might end up going, depending on how just everything plays out up until when Charles Barkley do say deuces, I'm out. That it's probably going to be the company that they do go align with, the Fine Line Productions. More than likely, that's probably where it's going to be. Should TNT move because of just one, like I said, specific announcer leaving? I mean, they shouldn't. Usually in times like that, they'll bring on another announcer from another show, and they'll just put him or her there. That way it can be the four announcers on the TNT of the Inside the NBA. That way you're not missing that. Or they might just leave it for the three with Kenny, with Shaq, and with Ernie. They might just leave it with the three. Or like I said, they're bringing someone else. When Skip Bayless and when Stephen A. Smith, I forgot what they used to be on. Thank you. Used to be Undisputed. When they were on that show together, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, they had their time when they were co-working with each other, doing all the announcements for all the different teams, all the different news that just coming up, and even sometimes worldwide news, but mainly it just be dealing with the sports wise. But the company Undisputed, it got to a point to where, Stephen A. Smith, his character and his presence just wasn't needed to be on that show anymore with Skip. Stephen A. Smith, he ended up moving on. And then they bring in Shannon Sharp with Skip Bayless. Now those two are on the show as well. Now you have Richard Sherman and Keon. They both are on Undisputed right now. So sometimes, the different announcers, even when they're sometimes the players, they'll get on these shows and you put them there and they stay there. And that's probably what's going to happen with TNT. They're going to bring somebody else in to be on there with Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny. They're going to bring another announcer on there. Who? We don't know. But I don't think they should just up and move, to a different company because Charles is leaving. I mean, just bring another player that used to play, bring them on so they can just fill in that spot. And most of the players, all these players, they know each other pretty good, even behind the camera, even off camera. So just bring in somebody else that you feel would be a potential candidate on that show for them, which would be good, Well, Barkley's departure will mark the end of an era for TNT. Gaggle, former players turned TV buddies. It is not entirely surprising. Barkley has hinted at retirement previously, saying 2 years ago he planned to step down at the end of his contract in 2024. The former NBA MVP had also suggested to The Athletic in 2018 he was hoping to retire at the age of 61 to still be young enough to enjoy life and have fun. Barkley turned 60 last February without retirement. Instead, he inked a 10-year contract extension with the Warner Brothers Discovery. So it actually made his contract even longer for him to keep working and to really stay at the company instead of really just stopping at that age that he wanted to stop working. When you set your goals and you're setting things at a specific time, at a specific age, whatever the case is, you want to make sure that you hit that pinpoint. You do. And when it's there, you've done all the work that you could do as that actor, as that sports broadcaster, as that actress, as that cook, whatever the career is. You want to know that you made it there. But I mean, like I said, he's gonna move on. He's gonna move on. Then you have other links that are associated with it. Will NBA move to Disney, Amazon, and NBC? More than likely, they might be. They're gonna be in cahoots more than likely to branch out the NBA on just all of these platforms. All of these platforms somehow they tie into each other. Still, they all know each other. All of these different platforms, Disney, Amazon, NBC, Prime, Hulu, all of the big name, all of those, they're all tied with each other somehow. More than likely, the NBA are going to move to those three main outlets, Disney, Amazon, and NBC. More than likely it is. They're going to be working on it too. And they're going to announce probably when they are going to be letting that happen for sure. But, Charles Barkley, I don't blame him. He is getting up there in age and he's like, oh no, I don't want to keep doing this. It's time to just call it a quit. I want to have fun. And that's what he's doing. He's 61 years old. He's been in the NBA for his time frame. He's been announcing for 24 years. I mean, what more do you want from the brother? What more do you want from him? He's done his time. He's done his due diligence. He's done his due diligence. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below what y'all think about Charles Barkley. I know Kenny and Shaq and Ernie, they're going to miss him because he was with them for a long time. But like I said, they got each other's numbers. They know each other. They're close. They can hook up when they're not on the camera. They can have fun when the camera is not all in their face. They can enjoy all of that. So please leave your comment in the comment section what you think about this video, what you think about Charles. Give your feedback. All feedback is welcome. Just give all your feedback. And while you're at it, don't forget to share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. Hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can be notified every time I drop videos on this channel. And if that is all, always remember to stay prayed up and stay blessed. And I will see you guys in the next episode.